They say a broken heart can lead you to unexpected places. For Sarah, it led her here, to a small, quiet town by the sea. After a painful breakup, she'd left her old life behind, hoping the sound of the waves could wash away the memories. This is a story about healing, new beginnings, and how the simplest conversations can mend a broken heart, much like a small key can unlock a very large door. Let's learn some English as we follow Sarah's journey. Section 1. The Arrival. Sarah drove for 6 hours with no destination in mind, just a feeling she was running from. When she saw a sign for a town called Seabrook, she impulsively turned the wheel. The town was just a cluster of small, colorful houses huddled together against the vast gray sea. It felt like the end of the world, which was exactly what she needed. She rented a small cottage on a cliff overlooking the water. For the first few days, she did nothing. She just watched the fog roll in and out. She listened to the lonely cry of the seagulls. A deep sadness was her only companion, a lingering shadow that followed her everywhere. Her heart felt like a house with all the furniture removed, empty, cold, and silent. She'd come here seeking solitude, but the silence felt louder than the noise she'd left behind. Each wave that crashed on the shore below felt like it was counting her regrets. Now let's pause and look at a few words from that part of the story. Vocabulary spotlight. Impulsively. This means doing something suddenly, without thinking about it carefully first. Sarah impulsively turned the car's wheel. Lingering. This describes something that lasts for a long time or is slow to disappear. Her sadness was a lingering shadow. Solitude. This is the state of being alone, especially when it's peaceful and you choose it. Sarah came to the town seeking solitude. Section 2. The First Encounter. To escape the 4 walls of her cottage, Sarah started a new routine. Every morning, just as the sun began to paint the sky with soft colors, she'd walk along the rocky beach. The cold, salty air filled her lungs and seemed to clear her mind, if only for a moment. During her walks, she started noticing a man. He was always in the same spot near the old wooden pier, mending his fishing nets. A local fisherman, she assumed. His face was weathered by the sun and the sea, and his hands looked strong and capable. He never looked up, completely focused on his work, his movements slow and deliberate. Sarah walked past him every day for a week. They existed in their own separate worlds. Then, one morning, feeling a little braver, she walked a bit closer to him. As she passed, she said softly, "Good morning." The man stopped his work. He looked up, and his eyes were the color of the sea on a calm day. He gave a small, simple nod and said back in a quiet voice, "Morning." It wasn't much, but it was like the first crack of light in a dark room. It was the first real conversation she'd had all week. Let's review some vocabulary from that part of the story. Vocabulary spotlight. Routine. This is your usual or fixed way of doing things. Sarah started a new routine of walking on the beach. Weathered. This means something is worn or changed by being outside in the weather for a long time. The fisherman's face was weathered. Nod. This is a small, quick movement of your head down and up. It can be a way to greet someone or show you agree. He gave a simple nod. Section 3. Simple conversations. That morning greeting became their ritual. Good morning. Morning. Then, one day, the fisherman spoke first. "Tide's low today," he said, looking out at the water. Sarah stopped. "Oh," she said, "is that good for fishing?" He shook his head. "No, but it's good for finding shells." From that day on, their conversations gradually grew. They were never long or complicated. He'd share simple truths about the sea. She'd talk about the colors of the sunset. He learned her name was Sarah. She learned his was Liam. Liam never asked why she was in Seabrook. He simply shared the present moment with her. His quiet acceptance was like a gentle balm on a burn. The emptiness inside her, which had felt like a frozen lake, began to thaw around the edges. The sound of the waves no longer sounded like regret. It started to sound like peace, like serenity. She was slowly mending. Let's learn the new words from this section. Vocabulary spotlight. Gradually. This means slowly over a period of time. Their conversations gradually grew. Mending. This means to repair something that's broken or damaged. In the story, it refers to healing a broken heart. She was slowly mending. Serenity. This is a beautiful state of being calm, peaceful, and untroubled. The waves started to sound like serenity. Section 4. The storm. One afternoon, the sky turned a dark, angry gray. A fierce storm rolled in from the sea. The wind howled, and rain crashed against the windows. She watched the giant waves from her window, and a cold fear crept into her heart. She hadn't seen Liam that morning, which meant he was probably out on the water. All afternoon, she felt terribly anxious. She kept looking out at the furious sea. The storm outside was a perfect mirror of the chaos she had been feeling inside for so long. As night fell, the storm finally began to calm. Sarah pulled on a coat and ran to the shore. The beach was empty. She waited, her heart pounding. Finally, she saw a light in the distance. It was his boat. Relief washed over her so powerfully it was like a fever breaking. She watched as he guided his boat to the shore and began to secure it. He looked exhausted. "I was worried," she said, her voice trembling. He looked at her, his expression soft. The sea is rough sometimes. That night, they talked for hours. She told him she had come here running from a broken promise. He just listened, his silence a comforting presence. When she finished, he said, "The sea takes things, it's true, but it also gives back. You just have to be patient." His simple wisdom settled in her heart like a seed planted in good soil. Let's look at the vocabulary from that scene. Vocabulary spotlight. Anxious. This means feeling worried, nervous, or uneasy. Sarah felt anxious about Liam during the storm. Relief. This is that feeling of reassurance and relaxation you get after being worried about something. Relief washed over her when she saw his boat. Patient. This means being able to accept delays or problems without getting angry or upset. Liam told her she had to be patient. Wisdom. This is the quality of having experience, knowledge, and good judgment. His simple wisdom helped her. Section 5. A new beginning. Liam's words marked a turning point. Sarah realized she'd been fighting her sadness, which was like trying to hold a beach ball underwater. It always forces its way back up. Now she decided she would just be patient with herself. Her days found a new, gentle rhythm. She bought paints and canvases and started to capture the changing moods of the sea. Her paintings were still full of blues and grays, but now there were hints of yellow and pink, like the first flowers of spring. She explored Seabrook, discovering a small bookstore and a friendly cafe. She smiled at people, and they smiled back. Her time with Liam became the anchor of her day. They could sit together in comfortable silence. That silence wasn't empty anymore. It was full of understanding, like a warm, soft blanket. She was learning to let go of the past, not by forgetting it, but by accepting it as part of her story. She was beginning to blossom in the quiet soil of her new life. Let's review the new words. Blossom. This means to mature or develop in a healthy and promising way, like a flower opening up. She was beginning to blossom in her new life. Comfortable silence. This is a special kind of silence between two people that isn't awkward or strange at all. They could sit together in comfortable silence. Let go. This phrase means to stop holding on to something painful, like a bad memory or a past hurt. She learned to let go of the past. Section 6. Finding love again. Months passed, the seasons changed, and so did Sarah. The sadness in her eyes, once like a sky heavy with rain, was replaced by a gentle light. The emptiness in her heart was now filled with a quiet strength, like a repaired vase that is stronger in the places where it was once broken. One evening, she and Liam were watching the sun dip below the horizon. "You look happy," Liam said, his voice as calm as the evening sea. Sarah turned to him and smiled, a real, genuine smile. "I am," she replied. "I think I finally stopped running. I found what I was looking for, even though I didn't know what it was." Liam reached out and gently took her hand. His was rough from his work, but his touch was warm and steady. In that quiet moment, Sarah knew her heart was no longer broken. It was whole again, and it was ready to love. Conclusion. Sarah's story is a gentle reminder that healing is a journey, not a destination. It takes time, and it often happens in quiet moments. Sometimes the most meaningful connections are built on simple conversations and shared silences. True strength is found in giving yourself the time and space you need to mend, just like the tide, which always returns to the shore after it goes out. We hope you enjoyed Sarah's story. If you're learning with us, please take a moment to like the video. It really helps us create more stories for you. Now you can listen to the full story one more time without any interruptions. See if you can hear the emotions in the words. You could also try shadowing. That's when you repeat the sentences after the narrator to practice your pronunciation and rhythm. What's one new word you learned today? Let us know in the comments below. Your comments help other learners, and we love reading them. And don't forget to subscribe for more English learning stories. Thanks for learning with us today.